What's funny, I was at a cocktail party in Rehoboth, and somebody asked me the question I always, what do you do?
Yeah.
So,
By the way, how are you answering that these days? Because I do think about it a great
little
deal.
as possible.
Wait, the answer to the question is as little as possible.
No, then they look at me, and I said, well, I do a few things, but I said, let's just marketing. I don't usually get into, we do this podcast, we have a radio show or internet show, we have an agency. But the funny thing was, this guy asked me, he's a New Yorker, just right at me, boom, 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 boom.
That's the first one was, what do you do, right?
He was an attorney, what do you do? And so I said to him, but it's always up in the air, you're always looking for the next assignment or the next thing. How long have you been doing it? And I said, well, gosh, it's been probably going on 12 or 13 years. Hey, it's a success. He just threw his hands back.
After 5 years, if you're still doing what you started doing, we deem it a success.
And I said, you never know.
Bank account might not.
We're always looking for sponsors, and we're always looking for, projects to do and people to consult with and whatever. Well, how long have you been doing it? And I said,
You're done. You're on your road.
And I guess, and this here too, it says if you do something in that article we just did, if you did it 8 years, that was considered long-term success.
So that what do you do question, I've been field testing the following. I've been trying to get it down to the elevator pitch of as little stuff as possible. So I was asked this exact same thing at an event, cocktail in hand, name tag. I think I put it on this side.
You got to put it on the right. That's where you shake hands.
And that's so when you
look at it.
Everybody else had it over here, but I learned from Focus Group and Tim Bennett to put your name tag on your right. So this guy comes up in typical New York. New York is, what do you do, where do you live, and how much rent do you pay? Usually, and salary is somewhere down the line. What do you do? And I said, you know what? I said, for most of my professional career, I've been a storyteller. I said, it took me a while to realize that. I said, but that's taken the form of 3 successful ad agencies, radio broadcast, a stint at Sirius XM satellite radio, and going back to school for animation. Oh, okay.
See, I don't know how most people would take that. I'm a storyteller.
And I'm telling you a story right now, right?
I think you and I should do, what is that storytelling thing they do now all over the country? Maybe we should do one of those.
Like Frank DeCaro. Wasn't Frank doing it, or Lisa Lampin?
Yeah.
They were doing like the story thing.
Could you get up and tell a story?
Yeah, I could, but you know what I've been watching a lot of lately? I downloaded the TED app, the TED Talks, and you are 100% right. They have dropped to 12 minutes,
It went from
13
20
minutes,
20 to
16.
12.
It's odd to have one in the 22 range. But when you watch the TED Talks, you're watching professional storytelling because they have to nail that. And whether you like it or not, you know right away whether you like the teller of the story. But think about agency work. When you and I walk into a room and we're asking people to spend $1 million on a campaign, they have to like you. They have to like what you're saying. They have to trust you. I mean, so there's a lot involved in there.
Yeah, no. Well, I'll have to come up with my elevator pitch.
I don't think mine's working if you had the...
Well, storyteller I thought might be a little, it's like I'm a disruptor. I'm an influencer.
I'm an influencer.
I'm a disruptor.
I'm taking that critique to the bank. You're 100% right. I think I need to work on that one.
Work in marketing.
That's a known term. I'm an ad guy.
I'm an ad guy. Oh, okay.
Okay.
Yeah, there you go. I sell cars.